Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves as we dive into a whirlwind of personalities straight from the vibrant streets of New Orleans. We've got a lineup of contestants that could easily double as a United Nations assembly, complete with their own unique stories. It's like a reality show on steroids. But don't worry, nobody's actually taking steroids. It's just the excitement. Now, speaking of excitement, the auditions are ripe with humor, folks. Participants banter with the judges in ways that might just leave you questioning if this is a talent show or a stand-up comedy slam. It's all fun and games until someone forgets their lines. But hey, that's when the real comedy gold happens. On a slightly serious note, we do have a contestant who drops some heavy news about a doctor's visit. You know, the kind of news that makes you want to go home, cuddle up with a pint of ice cream, and binge watch your favorite series, and maybe call your mom for a pep talk. But hey, it adds a hint of reality amidst the glitter and glam, right? But let's not dwell on the soggy tissues. Back to the fun. Friends in this crew engage in some playful back and forth that could rival your classic sitcom. These witty exchanges are the kind that make you feel at ease, like wearing your favorite sweatpants while watching Netflix, surrounded by pizza boxes. Who doesn't love a good laugh with pals? Next up, we have some heartwarming tales of relationships, because nothing says I love you quite like awkward dating stories that make you cringe. Seriously, you could write a book on the dating disasters these folks have faced. It's like a romantic comedy, but with more throw pillows and less Ryan Gosling. And speaking of relationships, our contestants touch on pronouns and identity, giving a high five to the importance of respecting personal preferences. It's a shout out to all the uniqueness that makes us human, like that one friend who insists on wearing socks with sandals. It's all love, people. As the chatter continues, we transition from a quirky music debate to a serious note about family tragedy. Hope you brought your emotional support teddy bear. It's a reminder that while humor is our shield, real life can sometimes throw a curveball. But hey, laughter tends to be our favorite coping strategy, right? And when we dive deeper, a cousin's death adds a profound touch to the conversation. The lingering effects of violence and loss can be like a bad hangover that just won't quit. But let's be real, a solid support system is the ultimate remedy. It's like having your friends help you finish that mountain of homework. You just can't do it alone. Now, one inspiring soul shares a near-death experience that sounds straight out of an action movie. We're talking resilience and determination, like the time you promised to start studying a week before finals, but still found yourself watching cat videos instead. These personal stories are what inspire us all to keep going. And as our speaker reflects on the fallout from losing loved ones, you can practically hear the collective sigh of everyone who's ever fought through their own grief. But let's keep it real, folks. This too can reshape your dreams, like wanting to excel in your studies just to make that lost loved one proud. It's a drive we can all relate to. Right at the heart of this journey is the theme of staying true to oneself. Whether it's pursuing a passion while friends throw doubt your way, or just trying to convince your roommate that your late-night snack runs are justified, it's all about that unwavering spirit. Now, let's not forget the crucial role of family support. One participant shares about their dad and his strong ties with the NAACP, a classic case of how family can be your greatest fan club. You know, the kind that shows up to every performance, even if it's just you singing in the shower. Oh, but let's not overlook those loyal friends. They're like the backup dancers in the grand performance of life, always ready to step in when the going gets tough. And unlike your average backup dancer, they won't disappear right when you need them the most. That's some real friendship right there. Onward to personal projects and future aspirations. Conversations here underscore the importance of having a buddy system. When friends join forces, it's like the Avengers coming together for a mission, except none of them have superpowers, just a lot of caffeine and reckless ambition. In the midst of it all, avoiding drugs takes center stage, a friendly reminder that the right influences can steer you toward a healthier lifestyle. It's kind of like choosing pizza over kale. You know what you should do, but pizza just tastes so much better, right? And just to keep things interesting, the conversation shifts to weapons and equipment, adding an adventurous flair. It's like an episode of Survivor meets a yard sale, because nothing screams excitement quite like discussing what you'd bring to a deserted island. As they dive deeper into their camaraderie, you hear playful titles like CEO and security within the group. It's a dynamic that makes every gathering feel like a board meeting, only with more snacks and fewer business cards. Seriously, who knew teamwork could be this entertaining? Now, they bring up a topic that's music to every artist's ears: stolen music. This discussion reveals the messy, sticky complexities of creativity. It's like mixing chocolate with pickled juice. Sometimes, you just have to question what's original out there. Exploring relationships with different partners opens up a treasure chest of understanding one's own desires. It's like trying out different ice cream flavors. Sometimes you find out you're a mint chocolate chip person, and other times you just want to stick to plain vanilla. Ever been the freak in your friend group? Well, it can create some hilariously awkward moments. It's a concept that becomes a comedic goldmine. Just picture the group outing where one friend insists on singing show tunes while everyone else just wants to chill. As the laughter rolls on, the importance of communication in relationships shines through these experiences. Sharing preferences is like finding out that you both like pineapple on pizza. Don't judge. It brings you closer while raising some eyebrows. The crew banters about body shapes, comparing their figures to candy, because who doesn't want to sound like a delicious treat? This playful atmosphere makes you want to join in, maybe even spark a candy-themed fashion show. Sweet. Shifting gears, the group dives into the glorious world of Mountain Dew. They essentially have a shared cultural connection over their fizzy drinks, proving that when it comes to camaraderie, sometimes it boils down to what's in your cooler. And just when you thought it was all fun and games, aspirations and motivation come into play. One passionate participant wants to see everyone succeed, emphasizing a supportive environment like a cozy coffee shop where you're all trying to beat the caffeine jitters. Next up, we get a delightful dialogue about strange smells, adding that twist of humor that showcases each character's quirky personality. It's like a game of guess that smell that you never knew you needed in your life. Finally, we are graced by the introduction of Coochie College, a hilarious take on relationships. It's like an institution of giggles, where learning about intimacy becomes a fun and lighthearted affair. Sign me up, right? Who knew education could tickle the funny bone? As the event unfolds, chaos reigns supreme. Unpredictable incidents sparkle like confetti in the vibrant New Orleans social scene. This delicious chaos adds a layer of entertainment that keeps us all wanting more, because who doesn't love a good surprise?